Happy Wednesday, Facebook friends. So I just did a Facebook Live and someone messaged me. Thank you, Amy, for letting me know that there was no sound. So if anyone is listening to this, can you let me know if there's sound this time? So if you can hear me, let me know, just please, because the last one I just had to completely delete. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here just real quick. Well, the last one was like 15 minutes. So I'll try to make it a little bit quicker, but I haven't been on Facebook Live in a while. And hey, Deborah, I just see that you're on. And okay, thanks, Alex. There's sound now. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Anyway, so I'm going to start over. So I posted earlier today that a year ago today, I launched my book, You Are Enough, 5 Steps to Move from Struggle to Strength, and became a best-selling author. And I was driving today, and I never really listened to interviews and things that I do, but I had posted my speech that I did at my book launch party, and I was listening to it today, and I got teary-eyed and was crying just because it just made me do a lot of reflection of what the last year has meant to me. And although there's been so many amazing things, there's also been some struggles. And I have some exciting news to share in a few minutes, but, and I have a lot of people to thank as well for the last year. But I was doing an interview earlier today, and a lot of my interviews, as most of you know, I've been a mental health therapist for close to 16 years. And a lot of my interviews focus on reality testing our thoughts. And I, in my practice with my clients, really focus on this because if you think about how many negative thoughts we say in a day, it's astounding. Thank you, Amy. I see that you just commented. Thank you for letting me know that there was no sound on the earlier Facebook Live. So I want to provide some value and some content today before I get to all the exciting stuff that's happening. But reality testing our thoughts is so, so important. And like I said, I focus on this in my daily life with my clients, everything. And literally, there's a worldwide epidemic going on where people do not believe that they're enough. So I want you to think of a negative thought that you tell yourself, maybe on a daily basis, maybe one that pops into your head every now and again. I want you to think about that. For me, most of you know my story. I was in a very abusive marriage. He had an affair, all of this stuff. And I felt that I wasn't enough. Now, he never told me I wasn't enough. But I created this story in my head based on his actions and his behaviors that I wasn't enough. And although I acted like I had it all together on the outside, in the inside I was dying. I was broken. I was traumatized. And if you would have told me a year ago, because I walked away from him in February of 2018, and that's when I started writing my book, if you would have told me a year ago that I would be on over 300 TV shows, podcasts, radio, stages, that I would have launched this international movement, that I would be in control of my own life, my own schedule, I would have laughed in your face. I left corporate America, I left my 6-figure job to literally be in control of my own schedule. And because God had this purpose for me. And when I was not believing I was enough, I was ignoring all of the things that were meant for my life. And so I want to share just real quick, one of the things that I'm announcing today, and I think most of you saw, is that I'm going to be launching I'm Enough TV starting next Thursday. It'll be every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll be having awesome guests on the show. But I'm also going to provide, content and, education on how to deal and combat and restructure our thoughts. I've been doing this for 16 years and obviously have personal experience. So I have so much stuff to share, you guys. And this just kind of all just fell together. So I'm super excited. But I want to give you one little nugget real quick. So one thing that we ask ourselves in reality testing is, who is the source that is telling you your negative thought? So for me, it was, I was not good enough. And the source was myself. It was not my ex-husband. He never told me I wasn't good enough. I created that story in my head based on his actions and his behaviors. So to close that thought, I had to find closure from the person I was when I was with him. I was never going to get that closure from him. And so the closure came from me doing this deep dive, this hard, scary work, and really rediscovering who I am and what I wanted my life to be. And that's kind of where I started the system. That's where I started writing the book. It was scary, y'all. Like, it was not easy. But if I would have just sat there, right, and didn't do this hard work, then I would not be where I'm at today. So the book came out a year ago today, and honestly, I've had so many people, because I use the book with a lot of my clients, and my friends have it, and all this stuff. So many people have messaged me, and after they read my story, then they get to step 1, and they're like, nope, not ready to go there. And for those of you who don't have the book, at the end of every chapter, I pose a question with places to journal, because I want people to start working on themselves. And so many, they're like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And I'm like, that's okay. Like, at least you can be real and authentic and say, I'm not ready. But that is how significant the work that you have to do to believe that you are enough. So anytime you have that negative thought, I want you to ask yourself, who is the source that's telling you that thought? 9 times out of 10, it's ourselves. And we are not reliable, you guys. We just aren't. And then there is this one phrase that my therapist, yes, therapists have therapists, told me when I was going through my trauma work a year ago. And she would say, what does this thought matter right now? And that literally has helped me through so many things. If I start getting anxiety, if I start feeling sad, if I start like future tripping, I take a second and I say, what does this thought matter right now? And I find that the thought doesn't matter in the moment, and it's taking me away from being able to be in the moment and focus on what I want to do. So those are 2 really, really easy sneak peek skills into how to combat negative self-talk. And I'm going to be giving you guys so much more. I mean, I got 16 years of this stuff going on, y'all. The other one, of course, I'm going to plug. It's visual coping skills, because of the movement. So those of you who have the cards, thank you so much for your support. Those of you who don't, I'm just going to show you just real quick the back, right? On the back, it says the word because. Can you see that? With like 3 little lines. And what I have people do is write why they believe that they're enough. So for some people I work with, friends, don't really know what to write because they're just starting this journey. I tell them, write, I am enough because I got out of bed this morning. I'm enough because I made my bed this morning. I'm enough because I'm a good mom, I'm a good dad, I'm a good daughter, whatever it is. And then you take this card with you. I have one in my car, I've got one in my purse, I've got one on my kitchen table, they're all over. Because when we get into our heads, it's hard to kind of turn that thought off, right? So we need something visual. And so the more you repeat whatever is on this card, your mind's going to stop thinking about what's in your head, and it's going to start thinking about what you wrote on this card. It's so easy. It's amazing. It's an amazing skill. And so even though I'm known in the world, or not the world, but California and Michigan and whatever, as the I am enough girl, I too struggle at times with not being enough. And for me, it's very important. One of my values is, my top 3 values are authenticity, integrity, and honesty. And I'm human, and I struggle with that. But I can't sit here and tell you that even though I'm this I am enough girl, that I don't struggle with it, because I do. And these cards help me so much. My accountability partners, my roommate, Jacqueline, I love you. She's one of my accountability partners, where I'm like, hey, I screwed up, or, I'm having a rough day, or I'm just in a funk, like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. we can't do this journey on our own, you guys. And you need these skills. You need these visual reminders. You need people that love you and support you. Because I honestly, after the last year, I call them my strength tribe, would not be where I'm at today if it wasn't for my strength tribe, my family, my friends, all of those people who helped me through the 6 years of my marriage / divorce / staying committed to him. And over the last year and a half, like jumping into entrepreneurship. So I want to give a big shout out to the people that I have met in the last year and a half. I literally was not an entrepreneur. I had no idea what I was doing, you guys. I jumped into this, wrote a book, and those people, I mean, there's just so many, I can't even name them all, but you all know, if you're watching this, you know the important impact you have left on my life because I've told you. And so all of those people in the speaking world, in the entrepreneurship world, and all of the people that have had me on shows and connected me with people to be on shows and who have supported the movement, who have supported me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because a year ago, I never ever thought that I would be here. And it just goes to show you that when you get rid of that toxicity, I told myself I wasn't going to get emotional, but when you get rid of that toxicity, life changes. And it's so scary to ask God, the universe, whatever you believe in, to take that away from your life. And the moment I did, the moment I asked God if it was not meant to be to have my ex-husband in my life to show me, I never prayed that in 6 years. And I did. And 24 hours later, he sure showed me, and I walked away from my ex, started writing my book, and here I am today. One of my favorite songs right now is Fear is a Liar. It's a Christian song. And I listen to it all the time because fear is what keeps us back. Fear is what keeps us stuck and living this like mediocre life. And you need skills, coping skills like this, the movement, any other type of visual coping skills to help you get past that mediocre life. So I could talk forever, but I'm not going to. So I told you about I Am Enough TV, launches next Thursday. I have a very exciting guest next Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, every Thursday. The movement, I want to plug something real quick. Kids are going back to school, right? So last week I was in Michigan, and I was on one of the TV shows in Michigan, and my niece went with me, and she had her shirt on, and I gave her a card, and after the interview we were driving, and I talked to her about the movement, and I asked her what it meant for her to be enough, and she didn't really understand. So we talked it more about self-confidence. So self-esteem is important, and it's completely different than self-confidence. Self-confidence is that truth, that belief that you can do something with your life. And so the conversation was amazing, and it warmed my heart. And so I want to encourage you, if you've ordered the cards, order more. If you haven't, I am going to encourage you to order these. They're absolutely free. You get 5 of them, and bless some children going back to school. I've had some classes that have had the cards. I'm working on getting into more schools to share this message. But how amazing would it be for you to get a card, write a message on the back, and put it in one of your kiddos' lunch boxes? It's so important for the kids, the generation that the kids are in right now, is to truly work on that self-confidence at a young age. And so I'm really excited. I'm going to encourage you guys to do that. Who's with me? You can order them for free. I will put the link in the comments after I get done here. Order them for some kids. Spread the love. I launched the movement 5 months ago as a way to give back. As most of you know, there's no monetary gain from this movement. I don't make any money from it, but God put it on my heart to reach more people and to give glory to Him by sharing my story and helping people believe that they're enough. So I am just honored to have this platform, this story. A lot of people think it's weird because I'm like, I'm thankful for my struggles, because if I didn't have them, I wouldn't be here where I'm at today. And I wouldn't have this mission, and I wouldn't have this passion and this purpose. So I would love for you all to join me in the movement. So like I said, I launched the movement 5 months ago. I have sent cards to 23 states and 9 countries. So I have not just sent them out. People have literally gone to the website, ordered the cards. I have put a stamp on them and mailed them out, including Egypt. Like, hello, amazing. I don't even know where they heard about the cards, but yes. So 23 states, 9 countries. My goal is to reach all 50 states by the end of September. So I would love for you to join me in this effort. Again, you get 5 cards, they're free. Spread the love, spread the message of being enough. And also, you know, I have the shirt, I'm enough. Those are also available, V-necks, crew necks. They can fit kiddos. My niece has one, even though it's an adult size. What a great way to just another visual coping skill. So you can go to the website, you can order those as well. Okay, so I'm Enough TV next Thursday at 5 p.m. every Thursday. The movement, and then so I wasn't gonna share this, but because it's been a year since my book launched, I thought, well, okay, and I need some accountability help to make sure that this gets done. But a lot of people have asked if I'm going to write a second book, because I think a lot of people want to kind of hear where I'm at, and also because being a therapist, I have a lot of stuff to content and education and love I want to give back. So I am in the beginning stages of writing my second book. The last book took me only 5 months to write, but again, I was in my own trauma, so I just wanted to get it done, and I was working through all that stuff. So I don't have a date of when the book is going to be done, but I do have the title. So I am going to share that with you today. So yeah, it is called You Are a Bombshell, 3 Steps to Unapologetically Owning Who You Are. So it's going to be kind of a, you know, a second sequel or a sequel to the first book, but it's going to have a lot more stuff in it. It's going to have a lot more stuff on reality testing and avoiding complacency and cognitive restructuring and all of the stuff that we all need to learn. So again, You Are a Bombshell, 3 Steps to Unapologetically Owning Who You Are. So I'm super excited, and I can't believe I just announced that, but I think I announced it because then it makes it more real for me. So yeah, super excited. Again, thank you guys so much for all of your love, for all your support in the last year. It has been absolutely incredible. I would not be here without so many of you who have literally just given me such amazing encouragement and opportunities. Oh my gosh, amazing opportunities. And, you know, I never want to take any of this for granted, because at the end of the day, it's all about giving back. And if I can help one person by sharing my story and sharing the movement, then everything that I've been throughout my entire life and in the last 6 years has been worth it. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. I'm excited for the next year. I'm Enough TV, the movement, 50 states, y'all, please help me, and the new book. So please reach out to me. I love hearing from you all, and thank you again for all your support. Bye.